And this hill, you know, in its commanding view, have sort of been the ancestral seat of one of the most noble grapes in the world, Syrah.
The Valley de Rhône was spectacular. I never knew that vines could climb and grow up in the side of mountains. The winemaker took us on a trip right up to the top of the ridge. We're overlooking the whole valley. He showed us the different variations of the vines and where they grew and how they grew.
So you have a very small vines in beautiful balance because you have a lot of wind here, so very good acidity, very good natural acidity.
Poof. Explosion. Flavor. Sweet. Juicy.
Well, this is sacred ground if you're a fan of Syrah. More or less the ancestral home of the grape here on the hill of Hermitage. The chapel that we're standing in front of is built in the 1100s by a knight returning from the Crusades who stopped here to, I guess, celebrate his life and the fact he'd survived.
When you taste the wine, it's very important, I think, to say what you smell.
I really smell pear with this one. That's the first thing I smell is pear.
I smell, I have a flowery, crisp smell to it. And fruit, I'm not quite certain what. Oh yes, an apricot.
Oh.
Yeah.
I get it.
Rico was saying that actually he smells an apricot in it. And when I smell it again, I do smell a bit of apricot in it.
This temple, we are quite proud of it because in fact it's in France it's remain only 2 Roman temples nowadays. So used to live. So in France, in Rhône Valley, for example, it's because of them that we have wine here. But they have probably not invented it. Just travel with it everywhere, something like that.
These vineyards here on the bank of the river behind us are the vineyards of the fabled Côte Rôtie, or roasted slope. They're sort of spread over this hillside of pretty well broken down granite soils, some of the most famous soils in France where wine is concerned. The wine is expensive, rare, and worth every penny. It really is.
Our climate is a semi-continental climate. So we need the Rhône to cut the highest temperature and to cut the lowest temperature.
Going into the winery was a huge treat. Never ever experienced that. We've seen some small wineries in BC, but nothing to this capacity. And then you get so, with the whole idea of heritage and history, and then you get into this area and it's all modern and the production is modern, but still they have the care and the understanding of what it takes to create a great wine.
So Lyon is very famous for its gastronomy. We say it's the capital of the gastronomy because we have a lot of specialties, and you can find this one in the covered Halles de Lyon, a covered market, and it's an amazing market.
I thought I had died and gone to heaven, walking through the doors, and booth after booth of just gourmet food and specialties, just unbelievable. We had a magnificent seafood meal, fresh oysters, which was the first time I've ever had fresh oysters, and I really love them. We've learned all along the trip how the French people really take their time for lunch, and very unlike North America where we rush and we have a sandwich at our computer, the French people sit and they really take time for lunch, and they take time to relax and talk and eat and drink wine even.